Good morning. It's Monday, January 13th, 2025. I am trading top step combines. My goal is to get a payout in January. And this is essentially the morning trading session that I use for my own purposes, for journaling, reflection, trying to improve as a trader. So you're looking at my screen here. This is TopstepX. It is the trading view platform, essentially. And I'm doing something a little bit different. I just opened a 50K trading combine. So my goal today is to make $1,500 because this is 50% of the profit target of $3,000. I've been trading the 150K accounts and the profit target is 9,000. And I want to try something a little different. I do enjoy the drawdown that you receive with the 150K Top Step account. It's 9,000. I'm sorry, it's $4,500 in drawdown. The 50K offers 2,000 in drawdown. But the larger the drawdown, the more risk. So, anyways, let's go ahead and jump into it. I'm trying to tighten up my entries, and so what that means for me is I use the 5-minute time frame and the 8-period moving average, which is the blue line. I have this little trend line here that I set up, this morning, just saying here's a low, whoop, right? There's a low. Come on. Why isn't this grabbing? Control, nope. Click control, nope. Okay. What's going on here? All right, anyways, there's a low, right? There's a low. And then, is this another low? We shall see. If so, we are trending upwards. Anyways, markets are currently down. Looks like we're going to kind of blow past. Maybe we make new lows this morning. We'll see. Something interesting that I saw on the 4-hour chart this morning. And yeah, I traded the 5-minute chart, but larger time frames, of course, is important to be aware of always. So clearly the markets are coming to terms with, things like slower than expected rate cuts, a new government regime, things of that nature. Now, we had a green candle here on the 4-hour at one point today. It turned red. But anyways, we are currently in this down move. There will be a day where we hit this upward trend line again. Is it going to be this week? Is it going to be today? I have no idea. But we're at pivotal points here on the chart, right? On the technicals here, like right here. So 700 is pivotal. Do we get past 700 and get into this move? This is the 4-hour chart. So when I say get into this move, this was a really nice up move, hundreds and hundreds of points. Are we eating into all, where people got into positions here? Are we trying to take out this low here? Who knows? But I am looking for the market to, continue lower and then potentially push up today. I like to look at the heat map of stocks. At the end of the day, futures are based on stocks. So yes, we're looking at a heat map. Look, tech is getting hammered. These are all of our stocks. Very little very little green. Red across the board. Everything is getting hammered. So NQ is down to 1.4%. what I'd like to do is work on tightening up my entries. So is this going to break is my question here. There's that low of the day. We got a trend line here. I'm also working on kind of using trend lines because they tend to work for the most part. But what I want to see is how low does this candle go, and then I look for a turn candle. Turn candle is essentially going to be, the first green candle will signal that things are reversing in the opposite direction. I'm going to open up Thinkorswim, and I can show my Thinkorswim control panel, if you will. It is all of the internals of the stock market. It looks at futures, looks at the VIX, looks at advanced decline. It looks at the New York Stock Exchange ticks. And it just helps me get a read on what the market is doing in real time. So NQ is still down 1.4%. If we take a trade here and put the stops at the low here, that could be a good move for us. Looks like we're slowing down a little bit to the downside. Let's take a crack at that. The other thing here is we could just completely take out the lows. If we do, then hey, so be it. $442. Just trading one lots. It'd be cool if we did reverse here and come back up into this trend, this trend line. Let me shrink. Oh, I had a layout on TopstepX that was NQ, ES, and YM. I got to get back to that. Yeah, it looks like we want to move lower. I'm not going to move my stop. I'm just going to eat the loss. Really, I need to get better at just taking losses on the chin and moving on. All right, so we have an internals grid here. Yeah, it looks like we're right. No problem. Internals. What does that mean? NQ, ES, YM. NQ is down 300 points. ES is down 51. YM is up 23 points. The VIX is above 20. Been sitting there for a long time. Ticks can't get above 0 this morning. So all these things is what I look at. Advanced decline. There are more stocks declining than advancing right now. That's what this negative number means. So this is interesting, right? We have the 8-period moving average, which is the blue line. The green line is the 21-period moving average. It's a nice setup. You see kind of pushing up during the morning pre-market session, and then you got the crossover here, which means there's more downside. I am looking for a reversal, though, still. I'm going to go. Nice up move here. Stops at the lows right there. I really just want to see if we can get up here, but I'm not going to take this off early. I am not taking this off early. There's our positions. So this is the current P&L of this position. It's a really nice push into the 8. If we can close above the 8, that's a really, really, really excellent signal that the market might want to reverse and maybe we just grind higher today. I don't know. Today is, no major economic data today, but look what we had this week. PPI, CPI, retail sales, jobless claims. Whew. Wow. A lot going on this week as far as economic data. A lot going on this week. Okay, so based on my technical analysis, if this closes above the 8, we could see further continuation to the upside. It closed above the 8. If this wipes us out, that would really hurt. You know, it would be shame on you, Mr. Market. But this is a really awesome move here. We closed above the 8, and let's see if we get another push. Let's see if we get another push. Get some continuation of the upside. Typically, when we're kind of drifting to the downside here on a 5-minute chart, big push to the upside. Wonderful. Let's see if we can get one more big push to the upside here. I don't want to lose money on this trade though. So yeah, I'm moving to break even. And it would really suck if we didn't just take that W. But I'm working on not just taking a trade off because I'm afraid of losing money. So I want to put my stop. I'll take a little tiny loss here, 25 ticks. I want to put my stop below this turn here, below that. Okay, so I don't want to take my trade off just because I'm afraid of losing my profits. That's what losers do. There are a lot of day traders, really, really great day traders who have the profit target hit, get out. That's fine. I know based on my analysis, and it doesn't work all the time, but most of the time, more often than not, it does. Big push up. There's going to be another push up. This candle will turn green more often than not. Now, it doesn't work every time. This could just wipe us out. We make new lows and, we take a 23 tick loss. I'm fine with that because maybe next time or the time after that or the time after that, this does not take us out and give us an L here. This pushes higher and higher and higher and higher, and we get a 200-point winner. 200-point winner. Not ticks. Points. That's 800 ticks. So I'm willing to take a 23-tick loss so that in the future, I earn an 800-tick winner. That's my mindset right here. And no, I don't love how this looks. I don't love that we haven't pushed up yet. It's not great. I would not be surprised if this takes us out. If it does, then we find another setup. See what happens. I'm always looking at my internals too. The other indicator I have on this chart here is the squeeze. So it shows momentum. It's a histogram here, right? So the red, you can guess, is momentum to the downside, turns yellow, momentum to the upside. If the dots here, we have red dots, it means there's a squeeze, so it's just kind of sideways movement. It's a tight, very tight range. And then once we get green dots, that means that this squeeze fires in one direction or another. So just part of my technical analysis. Okay, the 21 period is at 795. I want to see if we can get to 800. What I'd really like to do is just trail this up, though, and see how high we can go. I think I'll do that. 8:49. There's 1 minute left. 1 minute left in this candle. Can we close higher? Can we close higher? Or are we just going to drift, 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 drift? Okay, we closed below the 8 there. I'm going to trail it. So now it's a 22 tick winner. Woohoo! No matter what. Again, yeah, we had $1,000 in profit. That's fine. Because if I get out here and we move higher, 50 points, 100 points, that would really suck. Because I know that when we have a strong close above the 8, there's a good possibility of continuation. Now I can trail this and I have a very clear stop. If price goes below this, well, maybe we go lower. Maybe we don't. I don't know. But now I have my stop right below this red candle here, and it's a 22 tick winner, no matter what. So we're at a crossroads here. If this can't break up, break above this area, then good chance that we reverse back down. Mixed reviews here, right? Red, yellow, red, yellow. This is gold. Gold's breaking out. YM's up 93 now. I can see it's coming back into 700 area. Gold is really breaking out. This is, see, it's squeezing and then bam, it's a breakout for gold. Wow. I'm going to keep this. The long day, right? The long day. I am not afraid of losing money. Losing meaning the P&L. I'm not afraid. I'm not going to take my trade off based on my P&L. I refuse to be that guy. There it goes. That's a nice breakout right there. Okay, breaking above this area here. See how high we can get. Just let it play. Heat map. So on the TradingView heat map, this is really cool because you can see the performance for the day. This is the daily performance thus far, meaning since the stock market opened. You go to the 4-hour performance and then the 1 hour. So what's happening on the 1 hour? I'm a day trader, right? So we want to see what's happening on the 1 hour. We pushed above 800. Wow. Wow. Above 800. That is awesome. I took that off. Yep. Into that trend line. Okay, so that trade, $1,700 trade. What just happened? I took this off because we broke, we're above 800 at that trend line again. We could just continue, but I expect price to come in a little bit now, kind of move back down before moving up. Of course, I could be incorrect. I am wrong 50% of the time is what I've come to terms with. Very strong move to the upside. So either way, this is a tricky area because I wouldn't be surprised if we get another push up. Wouldn't be surprised if we get a push down, right? It is 8:55 a.m. The stock market has been open for 25 minutes. 25 minutes. All right. All right. Okay. So I'm excited to replay this trade. This one right here. We got in at 727. So right around this area. We pushed up. This red candle shook a lot of people out. We stayed in because we know when there's a strong close above the 8 that there's continuation, and that's what's been happening. Here's another big, strong upward up candle. And look, the next candle is moving up. But will this close green? We don't know. This is a major area right here, right? Look at all these wicks. Look at all these wicks. All these wicks right here. Extend it. Do we push through this? That'd be a significantly strong move at this juncture. See what happens. Now, what's cool about the 50K trading combine is that the profit target is $3,000. I'm at 1,300. I can make another 200 a day, and that's $1,500, which is 50% of 3,000. Interesting. So I could pass this account tomorrow, in theory. Let's look at gold. How far has gold gone? Gold loves to do this, right? We see a breakout. This right here, this up move. Here's a retrace. Retracing. So everyone that got long here is scared because this candle's moving down. But look at this. What do we see? Moving averages. 8 crossing above the 21. Nice. Nice. But not surprise me if, so gold is down 26 points. Something to keep in mind, right? But if gold wants to reverse, this is a good place. We come back, gold comes back into the moving averages and then pushes back out. NQ, check it out. What happened so far? It's 8:58 a.m. Push back up into, here's that last swing high, right? Push back up to the swing high. Rejection. rejection. Is it going to be range bound today? Are we going to be range bound today? I don't know. We'll see. I'd like to just record the first 30 minutes of my trading sessions. And if we take a trade, great. If not, that's fine. But I'm hoping to look back on these recordings one day and think to myself, wow, we've come a long way. We've come a long way. I might look back at my analysis today and the trades that I took and my thought process and tell myself, man, what the hell were you thinking? Right? Or I might say, hey, that was some really good trading. Here's what we improved upon. Right? So there's different ways to look at how we approach our work and our analysis and our execution. But I'm hoping to look back and say, man, I've come a long way. And if this helps somebody else, if you're watching this and there's a little nugget of information or something that I say that leads you down a positive path to improvement in some form or fashion, that is awesome. That's awesome. And if I'm just the fool, horrible trader who doesn't know what the hell he's talking about, that's who I am to you, that's also okay. It's also okay. The really wonderful thing about trading is that every single one of us has our own unique approach, has our own unique way of looking at what's happening in the markets. At any moment, we could all be thinking similar ways about what's happening, but the reality is we all think differently. Hopefully, right? Hopefully you're looking at what's happening and you have a viewpoint and you have a flag that you plant and you follow through on your thought process. You have a plan. You follow through on your plan. This is another chart setup that I use on Thinkorswim. 1 minute chart, 5 minute chart, 30-minute chart. All these lines, the purple lines, these are Bollinger Bands. So this is kind of the very like extreme area of the range, downside, upside. And then these are different moving averages across different time frames. So down here, this is kind of a momentum type, sorry, my baby is waking up. This shows momentum. Momentum is moving up, moving down. I can share more about that at another time. But all right, let's see here. Almost 30 minutes on the charts. I'll be right back. All right, so anyways, ultimately, I want to share more this year in 2025. I want to share my journey. And selfishly, it's so that I can look back and see where I've improved. I can learn from my mistakes. I can rewatch these videos and say, man, what were you thinking there? Like, you could have done this better. Because trading can be complex. What I'm trying to do is simplify trading as much as possible for myself. And I think, I'm honing in on a system that works for me, the 5-minute time frame, the 8-period moving average. Very simple trend lines like this, right? And I've voiced areas that I am working on improving, like taking losses on the chin, right? Being confident in my setups, not trading out of fear, not trading based off of my P&L, things like that. I want to be doing this for the rest of my life. So there's a constant need for improvement and a constant need for reflection that has to take place for me personally so that I can continue on this path of being a trader full time. So that's where I'm at. Okay, real quick, I'm gonna just review what exactly is happening now. So this is interesting. We push above the 8, right? Come back in, we tap it, and now we're pushing higher. I like that. I like this move. The question is, do we break out above this area here? It's 9:06 a.m. now. Usually, shortly after 9 o'clock Central Time, another move takes place. This looks like it wants to break above. But as you can see, it keeps getting rejected. I'm going to see how this candle closes personally. And I will go from there. I can only make $200 more on this account today because that's you can make $1,500 for just 15% of the $3,000 profit target. There's a 50% consistency rule on TopStep accounts. So that's the goal today. Get another $200 in the bag, and then we'll go from there. Thanks for watching. If you want to connect further, schedule a call with me. I'm trying to meet more traders this year, connect with more traders this year so that, I can learn from other people. Other people can learn from me. And, you can also just leave a comment on the video and would love to connect with you.